Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. My call sign is VE1CT, and my name is Robert, Romeo Oscar Bravo, for Echo Romeo Tango, and I'll be your net control station for this evening. This net meets every Wednesday evening at 1900 hours Atlantic time in the CQ Maritime's room number 60207. The net is open for all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour break. Amateur radio operators will be called in by province. When you check in, please give me a call sign using proper phonetics. After all the Maritime stations are called in for round one, we'll do a search for stations outside the Maritimes to check in, and then continue with round two. Just a quick reminder that due to a delay in the fusion system, please tee up for a second or two before transmitting, and keep the push-to-talk button pressed for a couple of seconds after your transmission has finished. First of all, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Please come now, VE1C. Okay, are there short-term stations, stations which cannot stay around for the entire night? Coming out your call sign, VE1CT standing by, short-time stations.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra, VE1JS.
VE1 WIN, not sure if I got in there, Robert, but VE1 Whiskey India November.
Victor Alpha 6, Fox Papa, V6FP.
Alrighty, so far I have 4 stations which cannot stick around here. I've got VY2GF, VE1, I believe that was JCS. If I'm wrong, I'll get you to come back in a moment here. VE1 WIN, and Victor Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa. VE1 JCS, was that call sign correct? Over?
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra, VE1JS.
We've got you, John. Sorry about that, my friend. Alright, so we got 4 stations so far. Are there any other short-time stations before I start off with the list here? VE1CT standing by, short-time stations.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, VE9 GC.
Victor Echo 9, Papa, V9 PAL.
Alright, I got a total of 6 stations. I just got VE9GC and VE9PAF. Just to connect the list real quick, VY2GF, VE1JS, VE1WIN, VA6FP, VE9GC, and VE9PAL. All short time. All right, let's go to the top of the list. Good evening, George. Hey, you're doing great there, my friend from Charlottetown. You come on in there. BY2GF, VE1CT.
Well, good evening, Robert, and everybody in the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, tomorrow isn't going to be grocery day, Robert. I'm activating the lighthouse down at Cape Bear in celebration of Marconi's transatlantic QSO. And then Saturday I'll be back there again. So I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Pops.
VY2GF, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, George. Loud and clear, my friend. Doing great there. Glad to be on board this morning, and grocery day will be postponed. Hi. Understand you're going to be activating a lighthouse there, one of the lighthouses that in commemoration for Marconi's transmission, the very first transatlantic transmission. Speaking of first transmissions, I just read an article earlier, and everyone may want to look it up. Amateur radio operators are capturing signals from Voyager 1 of all places. Voyager 1. So, hey, as long as V1 still keeps transmitting, I hope that we're able to pick it up there. Hi. Thank you for checking in, George. Greatly appreciated, my friend. I wish you and yours a great safe evening and good luck with the activation there. BY2GF, VE1CT, 73. All right, go over to Annapolis, come on, Sandy Cove. Going to VE1JS, VE1CT. Good evening.
Good evening, Robert. Good evening, all. Thanks for calling me in. Don't worry about getting the call sign wrong. It happens to all of us at some point. We miss copy. Anyway, not too bad a day here today. Quite a bit of rain, like 13 millimeters so far. Temperature, last time I looked, was up to 16 degrees, 16 Celsius. Very warm for this time of the year. But I understand it's going to be pretty blustery overnight. Hope everybody's antennas withstand the onslaught. Of course, you know what that means. If it stays up, it's not big enough. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, Rob, and we'll look for you next week. V1CT on the net, V1JS 73.
VE1JS, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, John. My goodness, plus 16. Yeah, well, you could almost go out in shorts here. I haven't checked the temperature as of late, but we were up around to this afternoon as well. Hi. And understand you got 13 millimeters of rain so far. Well, we had our CamWarm meeting on Monday evening there at 19:30, and essentially, Bob Robichaud, a member of Environment Canada, had showed us how a La Nina works, and this is essentially what's happening here at the moment. Also, there is a potential for northern New Brunswick and western PEI to get most of the weather which we'll get this year for this season. All right, thanks again for checking in, John. Greatly appreciated, my friend. I wish you a great and safe evening there. VE1JS, VE1CT, 73. Over to Peter, Victor, Echo 1, Whiskey, India, November, VE1CT, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, all. Let me turn this down here. I have to read it on the go here. But we'll say good evening to the net. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope I'm getting into the net. I'm not sure. I'm not the first time I've used this radio at home. I've used it a lot at the cottage. But yeah, there's lots of radio today. Didn't do too much. Just stayed in the house, did some housework today. So with that, Rob, back to you. Have a great evening and a great rest of the week. 7-3 for now.
VE1WIN, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Peter. Doing great there. And, yeah, it's been funny, although you still have to clean the house even if you don't live in it. You know what I mean? You know, you still got dust accumulation and all that stuff. Oh, hey, you know, I hope that you got most of the work done there and that you're able to sit back and relax there. Oh, thank you very much for your check-in there, Peter. Greatly appreciated, my friend. You have yourself a great and safe evening, you and yours there. Hey, we'll catch you tomorrow morning with the Wake Up Net. Actually, I'm scheduled for Thursday and Friday this week. Hi. And same to George. Don't quite know if John can reach us. Well, maybe in Digby. I have been able to bring up the repeater every now and then. Hi. Anyway, good to have you on board, Peter. Thanks very much for your check-in, my friend. You and yours. Great and safe evening there. VE1WIN, VE1CT, 7-3. Going over to Francis now. Let's see how things are going in Alberta. Now, I know that they've had quite a bit of weather in their area there. VA6FP, VE1CT. Good evening, Francis. Come on in, sir.
VE1CT for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP. Well, good evening to you, Robert. Good evening, everyone on net this evening. Thanks very much for letting us check in early. I've got a meeting I got to get to, so it's very much appreciated. Well, just to let you know, we're on the other end of the scale. I heard John saying no, plus 16. Well, we're at minus 16 here in Wainwright, and with the wind chill, it's more like minus 24. Snow on the ground, we've got about 20.5 centimeters, and guess what? It's snowing again today. I guess we just have to take her as she comes. We can't make a whole lot of changes. Don't think there's any danger of it melting. The highest temperature showing up here on the long-range forecast is about minus 4 on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then she dips back down to a high of minus 17. Minus 18, so that gives you an idea of where things are out here in the west. Thanks again so much, Robert, for letting us check in early. Much appreciated. Hope everybody has a great remainder of the week and a super fine weekend. 7-3 all around. VE1CT from VA6FP.
VA6FP, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Francis. Great as usual there. Wow, 20.5 centimeters of snow. Geez, you've got a foot there. Minus 16 instead of plus 16, so I guess we'll have to call John's area the garden spot there. Sandy Cove, hi. Minus 16 with minus 24 with the wind chill. My goodness. That's probably not very good seasonal weather for the Canada Post employees there, which are on strike. But of course, hey, at least the snow stays in your area. They don't try to deliver it to us at the moment. Hi. Anyway, glad to have you on board, Francis. You have yourself a great and safe evening, you and yours there, my friend. Enjoy the meeting and take her easy there. VA6FP, VE1CT, 7-3. Over to Gordon. See how things going there in his neck of the woods there. Yeah, we got two Irish stunners here, Gordon and Paul. So, Gordon's up next. Now slide the soapbox under his feet there. Hi, hi. VE9GC, VE1CT. Good evening.
Oh, good evening, Robert. VE1CT with the Wednesday night Maritime Fusion Net, VE9GC. Hello there to all those that came before me, and it's a little warmer over here than what Francis has got out that way. And I have my neighbor Paul there coming up behind. It's good to see you this morning as well. Anyway, what we got here? 8 degrees. I've had about close to 12 millimeters of rain today. I haven't got the amount that they said we were going to get, and that doesn't really hurt my feelings. I got a few things here on the go, so I've got to head out and take care of those. Just thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in, and we'll look forward to checking in next Wednesday evening. 730 VE9, VE1CT, VE9GC.
Hello, VE9GC, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Gordon. Off your plus 8 and 12 millimeters of rain there. Always that plus 8's a lot better. Yeah. My goodness. Yes, you guys have to be a bit more cautious than usual, according to the weather models there from Environment Canada. You guys are going to get a bit more than average, they say. More than average, while we all remain below average. But you're in that nice blue circle with La Nina there for a while. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. And, yeah, let's see. Next week, today's the 11th, right? So, yeah, next week, Rob, VE1CA, will be scheduled for the net control position for next week's net there. Hi, hi. Glad to have you on board, Gordon. You take her easy, you and yours, my friend. Have yourself a great and safe one there. VE9GC, VE1CT, 7-3. Last up on the list for short time stations, VE9BAL, VE1CT. Good evening, Paul.
Yeah, 1CG, this is V9PAL. How you doing there, Robert, Gordon, and everybody else on the net? Yeah, right here we're 9 degrees right now. We're heading for a high of 12, so let her come. The cold's going to come back, we know it. Anyway, no traffic here. You guys all have a great week ahead. Take care. 7-3, V9PAL.
VE9BAL, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Paul. Doing a great job as usual. Copy of plus 9 heading up to plus 12. Boys, that's pretty good for the evening. Oh, boy. Yeah, we had some weird weather like that as well. Our temperatures sometimes went up during the evening instead of down. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. You take her easy there, Paul. VE9PAL, VE1CT, 7-3. Alright, right at the bottom of the list, we are now starting round 1. And we're going over to VY2 land, see if we can pick up some of our fellow amateurs in the Prince Edward Island area. This is round 1, PEI. VE1 CT is standing by. Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Papa. And we've got the old Alfonso with us so far, VY2 SPD. Are there any others from VY2 land wishing to check in this evening? Please come down with your call sign. VE1CT is standing by. Nothing heard. Alright, let's go with old Alfonso. Let's see how he's doing this evening. V12, SPD, VE1, CT. Good evening.
Good evening, Sir Rob. Good evening to everyone. Yeah, I just came out from my work. I just came in from my work and just plugged out my FT70D and reprogram it and reflash it. And luckily I got the Fusion Net on the evening to test it. For the time and this is Victor Yankee 2, sure, Papa Delta.
VY2, SPD, VE1, CT returning. Good evening, Ildefonso. You're doing a great job there. Just towards the end there, the repeater kind of dropped on you, but your FT70D's doing a job, no problem there. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. I thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. I wish you a great and safe evening there, my friend. Take her easy. VY2, SPD, VE1, CT, 73. Alright, on the list for PEI, we'll go with round 1 for VE9 or VA9 land, and the station's in New Brunswick. This is round 1. Please come now with your call sign, New Brunswick Station.
VE1, Juliet Echo Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Echo Lima.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India.
Alrighty, so far 4 stations here from New Brunswick. I've got VE1 JEC, VE9 CEL, VE9 MCA Portable, and Victor Echo 9 Alpha India. Did I miss anyone or make any mistakes, or anyone else who's in New Brunswick there, VE9, VA9 land, which would wish to check in this evening? This is round 1 New Brunswick, VE1 CT standing by.
VE1 Tango United, VE1 TU.
And we've also got VE1 TU. Alright, let's see. Let's take our portable first. VE9 MCA Portable, VE1 CT. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1 Charlie Tango with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Evening, Robert. Just got back from the city, and pretty mild up here. Raining once in a while, off and on. We're expecting more rain and heavy wind there. I think up to 80 kilometers an hour. So melting the snow pretty fast there. So that's good. Yeah, we're just checking in with my portable on the Moncton Fusion repeater here. Have a good net there, Robert, and have a good week to everybody on the net. 7-3. VE1 CT, VE9 CA Portable, 70.
VE9 MCA Portable, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Mike. Doing great there. Portable's doing beautiful, my friend. Glad to have you on board this evening, and hey, the repeater's working good as well there, Mike. Well, I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. You take her easy there, my friend, and yeah, let's hope that wind doesn't become a category type wind. You know what I mean there by speed. Voice. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. And again, thank you for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated there. VE1MCA. What is going on with my database here? Come on. VE1, VE9MCA Portable, VE1CT, 73. Alright, going over to Joe, Victor, Echo 1, Juliet, Echo Charlie, VE1CT, good evening.
VE1CT and the Maritime Fusion Net VE1JEC. Well, good evening there, Rob. On frequency. Yeah, it's +7 up here at Woodstock First Nation, so nice and warm. It was raining pretty hard for a while, but it's calm there right now. But I think it's supposed to pick up tonight. We're supposed to get some heavy rain and some wind tonight, so hopefully the power won't go out. Oh well, if it does, I'll sleep right through it anyhow. But the only problem is my CPAP machine will stop, and that wakes me up when I don't get no air coming to my face. Anyhow, not much else going on there, Rob. Just a quick check-in. I'm going to say 73 to all 88 to all the ladies out there. And thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing that there, Rob. 73.
VE1JEC, VE1CT, returning good evening to you, Joe. Doing great there from the First Nations. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. And thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciated. I wish you a great and safe evening there. You take her easy there, my friend. VE1EC, VE1CT, 73. Going over to Charles next, Victor, Echo 9, Charlie, Echo Lima, VE1CT, good evening. Oh, let's try him again. May have lost him there. VE9CEO, VE1CT, good evening, Charles.
Good evening, Rob. This is Victor Canine Charlie Echo Lima. Do you see copy me or?
Your last transmission, beautiful, sir. You go ahead there.
Okay. No, I tried earlier, but I guess it didn't work out. So yeah, no, I'm up in Emerson tonight. We arrived about an hour ago, and we've been on the road all day. Roads were fine in terms of they were not slippy, but there was lots of rain and lots of fog all the way through. And we're going back tomorrow, back to Fredericton at least, anyway, tomorrow. Anyway, nothing else to report, so I'll say 73. Thanks for checking me in, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. So Victor Echo 1, Charlie Tango, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Echo Lima, 73.
VE9CEO, VE1CT, returning good evening to you, Charles. Doing great there. We copy 100% of your transmission, no problem whatsoever. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend, and thank you very much for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. I wish you and yours a great and safe evening there. You take her easy, Charles. VE9CEO, VE1CT, 73. Alright, we got Gary followed by Dennis here. So, Gary, Victor, Echo 9, Alpha, India, VE1CT, good evening.
VE1CT, Net Control, VE9AI, good evening, Robert, everybody on frequency, and Dennis in there behind me, not too far away from me, and Yep, it's wet here too, and I got a steel in the house, so I heard the snow sliding off, so it must be getting warmer. It stayed around +2 there for a long while today, so I haven't looked at it lately, but it must be getting warmer. Anyway, not much else, I guess. We stayed close in the house here today, do a few odd jobs, so. Anyway, you'll have a great week. Everybody on here have a great week, too. Back to net control, VE9AI.
VE9AI, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Gary. Loud and clear as usual, my friend. And, it always catches you by surprise, doesn't it, when snow just all of a sudden slides off the roof. It used to scare the crap out of me at first. It's like, until I start getting used to it. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening there, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. And I wish you a great and safe evening. You take her easy there, Gary. VE9AI, VE1CT, 7. And we're going over to Dennis. Next, Victor, Echo 1, Tango United, VE1CT, going.
VE1 Charlie Tango. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to all on the net. Hi, Gary. Gary's not too far from me, so I had similar weather. Not sure of our temperature. I would guess around 6, but I'm not sure right now. But the last time I looked out, it was raining quite hard. And I guess we're going to get quite heavy rain all night. Yeah, maybe 4 inches of snow, kind of thing at that, but should take that down some. But like Gary, we didn't do much today, just hung around the apartment, so I guess that's it. Robert, back to you. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1TU, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Dennis. Understand it's raining hard, +6, and boys, you had 10 centimeters of snow. Wow. Holy crap. It's like, weird weather. But of course, typical maritime weather, because we seem to, wait 5 minutes and the weather changes. To go from snow right up through to rain real quick there. Boys, what can we say? Welcome to the Maritimes. Anyway, Dennis, you're loud and clear, my friend. I thank you very much for your check-in as well. Greatly appreciated, and I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. You take her easy there, my friend. VE1TU, VE1CT, 73. Alrighty, we're at the bottom of the list for New Brunswick, so we're doing round 1 Nova Scotia now. Round 1 Nova Scotia, any stations in VE1, BA1 land wishing to check in this evening, please come down with your call sign. VE1CT is standing by, round 1 Nova Scotia.
Call 1 Foxtrot, Sierra Mike.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha Charlie Foxtrot.
VE1 WIN recheck.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Charlie Sierra.
Okay, so far for Nova Scotia stations, I have VE1 FSN, I have VE1 ACF, we have VE1 WIM with a recheck, and VE1 JCS. Did I miss anyone for Nova Scotia stations? This is Round 1 Nova Scotia. Please come now with your call sign. VE1CT, standing by.
Victor Echo 1, Hotel Alpha Papa.
And we've also got Happy with us here, VE1HAP. Alright, let's go with our recheck station real quick there. Come on back in there, Peter. VE1WIM recheck, VE1CT. Good evening.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's going on with the nest. I cannot get into it the last few days. I'd like to know what's going on, if someone can tell me.
Which net again? Sorry, it was just, my audio was acting weird here. Go ahead one more time there, Peter. Sorry about that. Go ahead, sir.
I'd like to know why I can't get into the wake-up net in the mornings. It's been almost, it's been 3 or 4 days, and I cannot get into the net at all. Just wondering if there's something wrong with the repeaters in the metro area.
Okay, metro area. Do you mean via PKT, those repeaters?
Yeah, I can't get into PKT from my house, but I can get in CTN. I can't get on Echolink either, so I'd like to check in the morning, but if I can't, well, I guess it's not that big of a deal. I'd love to, but just want to know what's going on with the repeater system in Halifax.
VE1WIN, VE1CT returning. Good evening again there, Peter. Yeah, there seems to be link radio problems with, now as you know, PKT is hard linked to CDN, so when we bring up PKT, CDN comes up right along with it there. PSR VHF side has audio problems. They're still trying to fix that on top of a possible link radio issue as well. So all 3 repeaters seem to be kind of down and out of commission at the moment. Would you be able to try Harmony, possibly? The one HAR. QSL on that information, sir.
I can't get into Harmony Ridge from my house. Just when there's a lift on, that's the only time I can get into it.
Oh, okay. Well, you could always stand by. Let's see, for the next 2 mornings on the net controller, so I'll see what happens if I attempt to bring them up. Like I say, CDN's hard linked to PKT, QSL on that.
Yeah, very good, Robert. Well, we'll stand by tomorrow morning and see what happens there. Very good, Robert. Thank you very much. I'll be clear and let you continue on with the net.
Alrighty, no problem, Frank. No problem there, Peter. Look forward to hearing from you there. I totally understand if you can't there, but you always give it a good effort, my friend. Alright, you take her easy there. Have yourself a great and safe one there. You and yours. VE1WIM, VE1CT, 7-3. Alright, we've got 4 stations here from Nova Scotia, starting with Frank, VE1FSM, VE1CT. Good evening.
VE1 Charlie Tango, VE1 Foxtrot, Sierra Mike. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to everybody else on that tonight. And yeah, pretty mild out there right now. Just come in from walking the dog. We got no rain, plus 11, and winds are like 4 to 5 kilometers an hour. So really beautiful night out actually. But from what I understand, we got a little bit of rain coming. Anyway, Robert, no real traffic, more or less popping in to say hello and give you a mark for the book. We've been pretty much listening right from the first. So back to you. VE1 Charlie Tango, VE1 Foxtrot, Sierra Mike.
VE1 FSM, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Frank. Doing it there as usual. Good to have you on board, and thank you very much for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciated. I wish you and yours a great and safe evening. You take her easy there. VE1 FSM, VE1 CT, 7-3. Going over to Russell. Next, Victor, Echo 1, Alpha, Alpha Charlie Foxtrot. Okay, I did write it down correctly. Hi. Good evening, Russell.
VE1 CT, VE1 ACF. Yeah, very good evening, Rob. Down here in Wallace, it's about 9 degrees tonight, showing 12 degrees tomorrow and raining, so most of our snow and ice has gone down this way, but it's mild enough, but it's supposed to be cold again this weekend. Anyways, not much else to report. 7-3 to all. Everybody have a good evening. VE1 ACF.
VE1 ACF, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Russell. Loud and clear, doing great there. Glad to have you on board this evening, and thank you very much for your check-in. Yeah, we've got a bit of runoff here, possible minor flooding as well there as it melts on down. I can hear, on the Walmart property, myself, I'm just behind the Walmart here in New Minas, and there's a manhole cover on their property, and I can always hear the water draining. Boys, when that gets to be a gush like it is now, almost like a river, boys, you can tell that either a lot of melting or raining had taken place there. Hi. Oh, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciated. I wish you a great and safe evening there. VE1 ACF, VE1 CT, 7-3. Going over to James next, Victor, Echo 1, Juliet, Charlie Sierra, VE1 CT. Good evening.
VE1 CT, VE1 GCS, and Antigonish, where it's a warm day and lots of rain. Other than that, nothing much else going on, just relaxing in the living room and listening along. You have yourself a great net, and 7-3 to everyone. From Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Charlie Sierra.
VE1 JCS, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, James. Doing great there, my friend. Yeah, that's all we've got, isn't it? Just melting snow and rain. What a big mess. As long as it doesn't freeze, that would be nice, but hey, that's wishful thinking. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. Glad to have you on board there. I wish you a great and safe evening there, my friend. VE1 JCS, VE1 CT, 7-3. Going over to Happy, Victor, Echo 1, Hotel, Alpha Papa, VE1 CT. Good evening.
VE1 CT and the Wednesday night Fusion Net, I think it is, VE1 HAP. Good evening to all on board, and got a temperature here in down in Yarmouth of plus 10 degrees. It was had quite a few rain showers there today, but this afternoon when I come home from work, it was just foggy, so I was lucky enough to get a 4.5 kilometer walk in, so I do that daily, so it worked out perfect, and I was able to get that before it rained and or got dark. So I did that, and now we're just sitting in the radio room and going through the frequencies, and I got a MHL hockey game, Fredericton and West Kent Steamers there on the computer, so we're watching that and just waiting for Wheel and Jeopardy to come on later on. So we'll say 73s and 88s, and we'll catch you later on. V1CT, V1HAP.
So VE1HAP, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Happy. Glad that you were able to avoid the rain there on your 4.5 kilometer walk there. Got your temperature of plus 10 there, and hopefully the fog won't be too intrusive there. And glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciate it. I wish you and yours a great and safe evening there. Take her easy, Happy. VE1HAP, VE1CT, 73. All right, we're at the bottom of the list for round one now. We're going to check for any stations outside the Maritimes wishing to check in at this moment. VE1CT is standing by, stations from outside the Maritimes. Alrighty, nothing heard, but we'll try one more time just in case. Any stations outside the Maritimes wishing to check in this evening, please come down with your call sign. VE1CT is standing by outside the Maritimes. Alrighty, well, we now go to round two, starting with Prince Edward Island. Any stations in VY2 land wishing to check in this evening, please come now with your call sign. VE1CT standing by, round two, PEI.
I thought you'd never ask. V1 Hotel Foxtrot.
Here's our high-frequency fella. Hi. Good evening, Joe. VE1HF, VE1CT. Come on in, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. Yeah, we were just talking about that on the HF phonetics on HF 80 meters. One fellow said horse feathers, and another fellow said handsome fella. And I'm not saying the rest. Rob, dear, all kinds of jokers around, eh? That's okay. I love my call sign. I like the other one too, but I like this one better, and I can't have the both of them. So, and moving to Nova Scotia, I had to drop the two. Had to kind of drop the two and pick up the one. So there you go. It is what it is. Nice to hear you doing the net. I haven't been listening to the whole net, but I've been listening to it for a little while here. And after the net, if Jim is around, Juliet Bravo Lima, I'd like to have a quick word with him, just for it only take a minute or two. And if he's not, then that's okay too. I'll get a hold of him some other time. So I guess what's next? It's plus 7.6 here, so I call that an 8. Anything over the half, like if it was 7.5, then I would say 7. Means it's 7.6, I call that an 8. So it's 8 Celsius here, and the wind is out of the east, southeast, and it's like 20 miles an hour or 30 miles an hour there, or something like that there right now, and it's supposed to blow a lot harder than that. So don't be walking around with your umbrella popped out because you could be gone. Thanks, Rob, for doing the net. I'm going to time out, so we'll say bye-bye, V1HF.
VE1HF, VE1CT returning. Good to you, Joe. Understand winds out of the east-southeast, 40 kilometers and better there. +6 your temperature, and yeah, it's funny how you mention umbrellas. I remember one time when I was in the School Food Line in Halifax, I went to old Queen Elizabeth High before it was knocked down there on Roby there. And here's the thing. At first, it's like, okay, I went into a pharmacy, and it's like, okay, brand new fangled umbrella with a wind guard and all that stuff, so that, a fairly high-tech umbrella. So it's like, okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I'm outside QEH on the other side of the street waiting for the Roby number 7 bus to come on by. And this big gust of wind came along. Well, it tore off the windshield and then flipped backwards, and well, let's put it this way, all I had left was a skeleton. So, yeah, you gotta love these maritime winds. Anyway, thought I'd share that with you. Well, thank you very much for your check-in, Joe. It's greatly appreciated, my friend. Yeah, sorry to hear that you had to lose 2, but you gained 1 there for call signs. Hi. Oh, look forward to hearing from you tomorrow morning there as well with the Maritime 2-meter wake-up net. Hi. All right, you take her easy, my friend. BE1 HF, BE1 CT, 7-3. All right, that's round 1 PEI. We now go to round 2 PEI. I don't want to turn back the clock here. All right, round 2 for New Brunswick. Any stations in VE9, VA9 land wishing to check in this evening, please come now with your call sign. This is round 2, New Brunswick. All right. Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, November Hotel Sierra.
Alright, just thought I'd double check here. Yeah, leave a little bit of space just in case. I know that sometimes takes for repeaters, so a little bit of time to catch up there. I have BE9 DEA and BE9 November Hotel Sierra. Was there any others from New Brunswick? Please come now with your call sign. BE1CT standing by for stations from BE9 DA9 land. Come on in. Alrighty, well, let's start off here. We got Burns up first. Good evening to our excellent amateur there, Victor Echo 9, Victor Echo Alpha, VE1 CT. Good evening, Burns.
VE1 Charlie Tango, Wednesday night net control. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency. Well, we were real late getting in. We didn't realize what time it was, and looked at the radio wasn't turned on, so we missed a big chunk at the front of the net there, but I know it's been a good net for you, Rob, as usual. Well, we're in here now probably to the end, so if we can stay alive that long. If we can't, well, then we'll have to wait and see what happens. Take a radio with me. Well, we'll go from there, Rob. Oh, no traffic, just coming in, give you a mark on the board there, and another hay count. So the big, wish all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams a fine evening. Great wake-up call to them all. Have a treat to all, 88 to ladies. A big good evening to the scanner listener. We'll say 7 days, everybody, and thanks for doing that, Rob. Call me one more time. Put it up in the social one more time, and hopefully we'll be around again next week. Go right to the airways again. 7 days all. Have a treat, Rob. Bye-bye.
VE9, VEA, VE1, CT returning. Good evening to you, Vern. Doing great there, my friend. Glad to have you on board this evening. And thank you for your check-in. It's greatly appreciated. Well, we're doing pretty good here. We've got, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Hey, Nelson will make 20. So we're doing pretty good. Oh, glad to have you on board again there, Vern. And hey, we always look forward to you aggravating the airwaves in the future. Hi. Take it easy, my friend. VE9, VEA, VE1, CT, 7-3. Going over to Nelson, see how things are in Fredericton there. Victor Echo 9, November, Hotel Sierra, VE1, CT. Good evening.
VE1CT from VE9 NHS. Hello, Rob. I hope everything is going well with you this evening. It sounds like it so far, but a number of check-ins that you found your way this evening. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here in the big city of Fredericton tonight. We just kind of woke up this morning, a little bit of ice down, and then quickly turned to rain. Been raining most of the day. It's kind of dark and dreary night. A little bit of fog. Everything's melting off. But other than that, I guess that's the way the weather goes for starting up, getting into the winter. Other than that, we won't hold it. We'll send it back to you, and we hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the week. VE1 CT from VE9 NHS.
VE9 NHS, VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Nelson. Doing great there, my friend. Doing great from Fredericton there. Yeah, it seems like it's wet all around everywhere here. It'd be nice to have a dry day or two every once in a great while. It's nothing like what we had during the summer, although. Keep the humidity, but give us that nice dry heat. Hi. Anyway, glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in there. Greatly appreciated. And I wish you a great and safe evening there, Nelson. You take her easy, my friend. VE9 NHS, VE1 CT, 7-3. Alright, bottom of the list, doing round 2, Nova Scotia now. And the stations from VE1, VA1 land, wishing to check in this evening. This is round 2, Nova Scotia. VE1 CT is standing by for your call sign.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra, VE1DES.
And I got Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra. Are there any other stations from VE1, VA1 land wishing to check in? This is round 2 for Nova Scotia. Second call out, VE1 CT is standing by.
Victor Echo 1 Lima Alpha Uniform.
Alright, thought I'd leave a little bit of space in there. Like I was saying, sometimes if you're coming through a repeater, just takes a little longer. We've got Lori with us as well there, VE1LAU. Alright, top of the list. Good evening, Don. Things in your neck of the woods there, my friend. VE1DES and VE1CT. Come on in.
V1 Charlie Tango. Hi, Rob. Things not bad. We had quite a bit of rain. Took all the snow away. We didn't have that much down here in Yarmouth, but I guess the wind is going to pick up. Reminded me, the wind, and you and young Bruce, you giving up to V1 HF, you could become V1 High Flyer. Anyway, hope the weather stays like this. I don't mind it when it gets cold for a little bit, and it warms up and it rains off and the sun comes out. I enjoy that kind of winter. Thank you, Rob. Have a good day and all the best of the New Year and Christmas and all this other stuff and everybody else on board, V1DES.
VE1DES, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Don. Hey, you're doing great there from Yarmouth. Yeah, wet weather all around there, my friend. Hey, glad to have you on board this evening, and also I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year as well. That's right, this will be the last time I do the net, unless maybe on needed Christmas evening, of course being Jewish. That's also the first night of Hanukkah. Anyway, glad to have you on board there, Don. I wish you a great and safe evening there, my friend. You take her easy there in Yarmouth. VE1DES, VE1CT, 73. Over the lorry, he has going his Echo 1 Lima Alpha Uniform. VE1.
VE1CT, VE1LAU. Good evening, Rob, and everyone on the net this evening there. It's been a day like everywhere else, I guess, kind of wet and rainy there, but the temperature's up pretty good, so get rid of all that snow that we had down on the ground. Anyway, thanks for calling me, and thanks, and VE1LAU.
VE1LAU, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Lori. Doing great there, my friend. Yeah, it's funny with when we had some snow falling, the first song which comes to my head is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, especially the way Bing Crosby had always done it. I always liked that old one. Anyway, that was one of my parents' favorites as well. Glad to have you on board this evening, my friend. And I thank you very much for your check-in there. Greatly appreciate it. You take her easy there, Lori. We'll catch you later. VE1, VE1CT. All right, bottom of the list. Those are both rounds done. So now we're looking for any stations anywhere on planet, off planet. The prefix for the dark side of the moon, I guess that would be Delta Sierra and Mike, wouldn't it? DSM. Anyway, this is VE1CT. We're putting out a phone call. Stations wishing to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net. Please come now with your call
sign. Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, V9 Stallion.
VE1 Tango United recheck.
VAT VZD Victor Echo 2 Victor Zulu Tango. Check in and out.
Alrighty, I got 3 stations here. I got VE1 PIN, or maybe that's VE9. I'll double check the database here. VE1 TU recheck, and we have a station from Quebec, Victor Echo 2, Victor Zulu Tango. Hey, that's a neat call sign. Alright, let's go with our recheck first there. Victor Echo 1 Tango Uniform, VE1 CT, go ahead there, my friend.
Yeah, Robert, when I called in before, I told you the temperature I thought was around 6. I just out and looked, and it's 13 degrees. You imagine that for Fredericton, that's a pretty warm temperature for this time of year. And we had to mention the snow, but it'll probably be gone by morning. Temperatures like that. Just thought I'd give you an update, Robert. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1 TU, VE1 CT returning. Thanks for the update, 13. Yep, that's pretty well the way things are headed, isn't it? Gets warmer at night than it used to be cold. Oh boy, weird weather, isn't it, there, my friend? Oh, glad to have you on board again, and thank you very much for the recheck. Greatly appreciated. You have yourself a great and safe evening there, my friend. VE1 TU, VE1 CT, 73. Alright, we're going over to Bert. Victor Echo 9, Papa, India November, VE1 CT. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone, from up north in New Brunswick, +2 at the moment, with light rain. Hope just changed to +3. With light rain, we had some snow during the night, last night, yesterday, and this morning, before lunch, there started to rain, and it's been raining since then, and they're calling for quite a bit of rain for us in the area there. I can't recall there, but they even had the EMO guy talking at the news there at 6 o'clock about it, that they're trying to keep the gully clean and all that because of the wet snow and the heavy rain. Besides that, not much. 7-3 to all. A pleasant evening. Good rest of the week. Stay safe and good.
VE1 CT returning. Good evening to you, Bert. Doing great there, my friend. I'm clear. Glad to have you on board this evening, and I thank you very much for your check-in. Yeah, it's, what can we say? Wet weather all around, because I wish, although, that we could have a few dry days just in between here. Give us a break, hi. Anyway, you have yourself a great and safe evening, my friend. We'll catch you later there. VE9 PIN and VE1 CT 73. All right, we're going to Victor in Traversier, Levy, Quebec. This is Levi. I forget now. Anyway, Victor, Victor, Zulu, Tango, VE1 CT.
VE1 CT, Rob, good evening. Here is V2 VZD. Good evening, everybody. I'm not fluent enough in English, so thank you for the net.
VE2, VZT, VE1, CT returning. Good evening to you, Victor. Doing a great job there, my friend. And then you this evening. I thank you very much for your check-in. Greatly appreciated. How's the weather in your area there? Over.
Temperature is +2 and it's raining a little bit. V2 VZT over.
Affirmative, Victor. We copy your +2 and raining. Oh, thank you again for your check-in, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. Glad to have you on board. I wish you a great and safe evening there, and keep yourself dry. Hi. Take her easy, Victor. VE2 VZT VEC. Alright, so let's see. I will now proceed to close the net design. And we have a total of, again, see, that's pretty good. This evening, and from all of our current controllers, we would all like to thank all of our esteemed amateurs who checked in this evening. Greatly appreciate it. Also, we're grateful to the owners, clubs, as well as maintenance crews of the repeater nodes that are presently linked in tonight for helping us extend the air for local ham radio operators to check in.
Victor Echo 2, Delta Echo for late check-in.
Is on the Maritime Fusion Net webpage at whiskey, period, Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Charlie, period, Charlie Alpha, and regular, that's www.maarc.ca. Now that the net is concluded, I now return the repeaters and fusion nodes to normal service. This is DE1. I'm Fusion Net, signing off, wishing everyone a big 7-3, and the ball, stay safe. We hope to hear you all again this week. VE1CA, Rob is scheduled next week. VE1. VE1CT is clear. 7-3.
Victor Echo 2, Delta Echo for late check-in.
VE2 late check. VE